Diagnosis of retinal disorders is quite simple actually, because we can directly look at the retina during a eye examination. Unlike many other organs where you cannot really look at the organ like a kidney or a liver unless you do an imaging, the retina is directly visible to us unless the patient has a very dense cataract. So a retinal examination is a part of all routine eye checkups or all routine ophthalmic examination. One doesn't have to necessarily request for an additional retinal examination because by default a retinal examination is done by every ophthalmologist. So, and any retinal disease will be picked up by the ophthalmologist and necessary advice would be given to the patient. But if a patient is just complaining of blurring of vision, and still does not know that whether this is due to a retinal cause or some other cause, then a routine when a patient reaches ophthalmologist, the patient's vision is checked, as if necessary other factors like color perception etc is checked, and then a slit lamp examination is done, which is sort of a magnifying telescope like thing in which we can see all the structures in a magnified manner. And after that, a dilating drop is put into the patient's eye so that the pupil, which is the window to the eye, it opens up widely so we can get a better assessment of the whole of the retina. And a retinal examination is done by this process called fundoscopy. So some people prefer or it is also called as ophthalmoscopy. So we either do it by direct ophthalmoscope or indirect ophthalmoscope, depends upon the comfort of the examiner. And so that is done. So, like I said, we can easily look at most of the retinal diseases just by a clinical examination without going into any fancy imaging equipment, etc. But sometimes we do require these imaging modalities also. So we have certain instruments which are especially the optical coherence tomography, OCT for short, which is quite common and very helpful nowadays to look at the layers of the retina and assess what is happening in the depths of the retina, not just on the surface. Apart from that, we also have a angiography procedure of the retina, which basically is similar to a coronary angiography, where a dye is injected into the patient's bloodstream and photographs of the retina are taken and then they are interpreted by specialists. We also have something known as electrophysiological tests of the retina. Most commonly performed ones are the electroretinogram or the electrooculogram, and also a visual evoked potential test. So this is basically measures the electrical activity which is going on in the various layers of the retina. And to put briefly and just to simplify, it can be considered like a ECG of the retinal tissue. So it is something like that. So similar to an ECG, two electrodes are placed on the patient's head, and then a patient is shown various images and bright flashlights, and then the electrical activity is recorded. So these are the various modalities by which the different types of retinal diseases can be diagnosed.